Good morning to all of you. You are welcome at YouTube channel VS Bura at the rate of Zoology. We are going to discuss biodiversity and classification. How wonderful is the living world? The wide range of living types is amazing. The extraordinary habitats in which we find living organisms, be it cold mountain, deciduous forest, oceans, freshwater lakes, deserts, or hot spring. The beauty of a galloping horse, of the migrating birds, the value of flower, or the attracting shark evokes awe and a deep sense of wonder. What is living? What is living? Or alive? These are organisms which are responsible to form biodiversity. There are a number of variety of organisms, varieties of organisms which forming biodiversity of an area or biodiversity on the surface of the earth. Living beings having specific characteristics. Specific characteristics. These specific characteristics are: first one, growth; second, that is the reproduction; and third one, it is metabolism. There are other characteristics also which are performed by organisms. These are maybe sense. These are sense. Now, the specific characteristics, first three, that is growth. It is of again two type. Growth occur in mass. If mass of an organism increase, then we can say that organism having the growth. If growth occur by the way of number, if number increase, then we can also say that organism having growth. The growth occur via increase in mass or via increase in number. If we consider large size animals or human beings, mammals, uh, or multicellular multicellular organisms means organisms having large number of cells is formed by large number of cells, different types of large number of cells. If mass of an organism increase by weight, then we say it is growing. If we count small number of organisms, small organisms means bacteria or unicellular organism, their mass increase but when mass increase they divide and increase their number is increased. Then we say they are going to divide, or that means they reproduce. Hence the increase in number, it is counted as growth take place, or increase in number of unicellular organism, then we say that they reproduce. Hence the increase in number or reproductions, these uh, two terms are contradictory and cannot be explained properly. Third point, that is the specific characteristic of the organisms or living being, it is metabolism. All organisms having specific metabolic reactions, biochemical reactions in their body, and these biochemical reactions are catabolic and catabolic and anabolic reactions. These catabolic or anabolic reactions are responsible to break down component large size complex molecules, and these their constituents again rejoin via anabolic reaction and form new component, new organic molecules. That is, for catabolism, it is reaction or the process, that is digestion of the food. Digestion digestion process, it is catabolic. And that is formations of proteins inside the cell, cytoplasm. It is the reaction of anabolism. Hence metabolic reactions occur inside the body of the living beings. It is biochemical reaction, these may be catabolic or these may be anabolic. Hence we can say that living beings are those which having growth, having reproductions and metabolisms. One more thing, if we consider the growth, that is increase in mass of an organisms, if we think that is iron weight increase as the rust deposit on their surface. It means iron metal having increase in their mass, that is a growth take place. But in case of living beings, weight or mass increase inside the body, it is not just the deposition of metal on their surface, it occur inside the organism. That growth occur only in organisms. Now we are going to toward to discuss diversity and their classification. Diversity means variety of living beings. Variety of living beings on the surface of Earth. There are a large number of living beings if we count that is the number of species that are known and described. It ranges between 1.7 to 1.8 million species. These are plants, animals, fungi, bacteria, and protista or protozoa. Protozoa. This refer to biodiversity or the number and types of organisms present on Earth. We should remember here that as we explore new areas and even old ones, new organisms are continuously being identified. As stated earlier, there are millions of species of plants and animals and other organisms in the world. We know that plants and animals in our area by their local names. These local names would vary from place to place. Even within a country, probably you would recognize the confusion that would be created if we did not find ways and means to talk each other, to refer to organisms we are talking about. Hence, there is a need to standardize the naming, standardize the naming of living organism such that a particular organism is known by same name all over the world, by same name all over the world. This process, this standardization of the naming of the organisms which has been recognized a single name throughout the world or the same name throughout the world, this process is known as nomenclature. Obviously, nomenclature or naming is only possible when the organism is described correctly and we know that organism's name is attached to. This is identification. Means identification. Identification. First of all, we have to identify the living being or organisms and then nomenclature take place. First of all, we have to identify and then it is nomenclature. For this process, in order to facilitate the study, number of scientists have established procedures to assign a scientific name, that is scientific name. Scientific name has been assigned to each known organism. This is accessible to biologists all over the world. For plants, a scientific name based on agreed principle and criteria which are provided in ICBN, International Code for Botanical Nomenclature. Same institution has been established for animals and it is known as ICZN, International Code for Zoological Nomenclature. Hence, biologists follow universally accepted principles to provide scientific name to the organism. Each name has two components. Each name has two components. And these two components, first one is generic name and second one it is the specific epithet. This system of nomenclature providing a name with two components is called binomial nomenclature. Binomial nomenclature in which first name is genus and second name it is species. First one genus and second part it is species. We will discuss the remaining components in the next video. For that time you wait. Thank you.